Messages from Heaven by Jaynee on YouTube, and also .net on the web. That has my reviews, stuff about how I read, um, read people, and that I talk to spirits. I talk to any spirit, and if people ask me, um, I can get any spirit because they want to come. They really do want to hear from you. If you have lost someone you love, they will answer. I mean, if they can, they will answer. They will do what they can to answer. It's very hard. They don't have the energy to do things like, you know, throw things or move things. It's really hard to do that. I don't know how some of my loved ones have done that, but I know it's really difficult. They will if they can. Um, but the first thing to do is to talk to them. Just talk to the ceiling. And there are incredible things that can happen. I mean, the whole ceiling can light up and shock you because many of us don't believe in anything. I mean, we believe things when we can see them or feel them, and it's incredibly amazing that you can be talking to a relative of yours and suddenly you get this picture of something in your head that had nothing to do with anything other than that other spirit, that person, or the ceiling can light up. I mean, wild things can happen, or you can feel like you're somewhere else. I mean, it depends on the spirit. My husband and I were riding in the car one day around Christmas time, so the windows were closed in the car, and suddenly it filled with cigarette smoke. Twice it happened. Um, my cousin was a Chinese. He smoked all the time, and I thought it was him. He had died not long before, and when he first died, to I guess let us know that he was okay, we got the we were sitting in the family room downstairs, and the photographs on the mantle, the mantelpiece, came flying off. Didn't break, but came flying off. And at that time, we figured, oh, that's Jerry. And then later on with the smoke, we definitely knew. Um, there have been times when I didn't know. One day I was driving up to Philadelphia from Delaware. My car filled up with the smell of fresh coffee. My windows were closed. It was I don't know what it was at the time. It might have been summer. And I had air conditioning on in the car. Um, and I don't know where it came from. Everybody in my family would drink coffee. I was born in 1947, and people didn't know at that time that cigarettes would hurt you. So family would come over at around lunchtime or after lunch, and my mother would have made a cake. So they always had coffee. The only one didn't drink coffee was my grandmother. Everybody else drank coffee and smoked cigarettes. She didn't smoke cigarettes either, but I still remember what kind of cigarettes they smoked. Um, have they returned? Because I talk about reincarnation a lot. Um, no, I don't believe so. Even my great grandfather has and great grandmother have not returned. They are still up there, and I say up there. They're really right here. They are with us. No, I don't see them, but a better psychic would be able to do that. Would be able to see the spirits around us. Um, I have seen, spirits that do show up. I had an experience recently where I saw a name when something on on the computer. It uh, was it? Oh my goodness! Now I'm forgetting. Um, it was my God! I can't believe it. I just saw it in my head, and now I'm not. Um, well, I saw the name and went into a real tizzy because I knew that it had been my name, and of course, right now I forgot it, but um, it'll probably come back later. But I saw the name and I knew, oh my God, that had been my name. And then later, I saw the person who was me, talk to him. It was a guy who was, I would say, a drinker, but not not a big drinker. He liked to go to. He was Irish, and he liked to go to the pub and sing. He was a really wonderful singer. So he sang for me, which is, it's I could hear it, but it was not spoken, not actually spoken. I have been using telepathy with all the spirits. Sometimes I don't, but often I do. And with him, yes, I was. And it was really something totally different from normal reality. I could hear him, but it was in my head. So I sang for him, and he told me, no, no, because I really can't sing. I knew there had been a time when I could. Always knew that. I knew there was a time when I could dance. Can't dance. Can't dance, can't sing. Um, but I always knew there was. He was not a great guy. He ignored his family, spent the money on beer mostly or ale, um, and just wasn't involved with his children. And he had a lot of children, but really wasn't interested. And like I said, he was in Ireland. I can't believe the name has really escaped me. But anyway, um, from what I have seen, I I think like one of Harry's captains from when he was a police officer, which was during the 60s, 1960s, 1970s, very different time in Philadelphia. Captain came and was telling Harry and me what they're doing now. They're going on trips to other planets. I mean, this is probably not exactly what they're doing, but in our world, it's explaining it. So it it would be I think that the way it really works, because you're talking about another dimension. So how it works is not like Earth at all. So they're doing something like visiting other planets and seeing how other entities live, and enjoying themselves. At the same time, I'm seeing spirits kind of drift off, sleeping. I would call it sleeping. I've seen my cousin, who I mentioned before. We were very close. He had been my brother, my big brother, in at least one other life. And I was bothering him about coming more often to visit me, and I was hugging him. Um, and he wasn't making any promises, but he was there. And I saw two of my aunts. My mother had been one of 10, the youngest of 10. And she was there, and my two aunts were visiting her, and my cousin came over. Is that what they do? I don't know. But they must do something like that, because I think that what they do is show us what they do in a sense that we can understand. Um, it is different because they are spirits. I see them as a lone flame, or energy, like in a ball somewhere. Like when spirits visit, sometimes you can see a ball of energy. People will have them around them. Sometimes uh, mediums or psychics will have them around, or anybody. I saw a ball of energy when I first started my garden, and there was a ball of energy on the ground, or just about on the ground. Um, and I assumed it was my cousin because he had a lot of plants. It could have been my father's best friend because he had a garden, a big garden. And he used to bring over vegetables all the time. And he and my father were best friends. Um, and he treated us like his niece and nephew. And we felt like Uncle Otto was our uncle. He was a really lovely man. Um, so I don't know I don't know. I haven't, I guess if I saw one, I might be able to talk to it and find out who it is, but it hasn't happened. So I can't say. Um, what else? I have hearing aids in. Boy, are they annoying. Um, I'll just do a tangent. Say about hearing aids. When you get older, the there are little hairs that allow you to hear. It's a wild setup how we hear. Um, the cochlear implants really do allow you to hear, but anything less than that just makes it louder. And that doesn't help understanding what people say. A little bit, but not much. Um, Hearing aids are now coming out with AI. I think it's called AI. And eventually, a lot of them will come out with that, but they're thousands of dollars a piece. So mine is older. It was thousands of dollars a piece when I bought it. I have two of them. Each one is really hard to put in. The other one's not. Anyway, they do a little bit. Um, it helps to make the TV more understandable, and I read what's on there anyway. Getting old, like I always say, is not fun, but it's. I don't know if it's better than dying. I don't know. Can't tell you because nobody's telling me. I mean, they're all telling me that they're happy and that they like being in heaven. But what are they doing? I don't know. I mean, they say that they can do everything that they do here: eating, having sex, um, reading, watching movies, uh, sleeping, anything, visiting. I do see visiting. My mother visits a lot, so I know I've seen that a lot. And I've seen people sitting in auditoriums. So they're doing something. I don't know what, but I've seen that. Um, I've seen my dad with friends of his. I don't know what they're. I guess they're meeting and talking. People, I think, do communicate. And I've seen people walking kind of in the park on on the side of the creek, really a lovely area. And I think people can. assume their physical body so that they can do certain things like that, like taking a walk with someone else. That's my phone. Okay. Um, okay. And the news. Well, the news here in America stinks. It's really terrible because we have these tariffs that came out of Trump's backside. They don't have any relation to reality. He stuck tariffs on other countries on their items coming in so that it's too expensive for the countries to send some things here, and it's too expensive for them to buy American goods, and it's too expensive for us to buy what we used to buy. Um, I I go well. I can't really go much because right now I can't walk, so I hardly go to the stores. I've been going to the dollar store for certain things that are $1 that otherwise are like 5 at the grocery stores. Um, I'm waiting for the stuff to to become 250 because of his tariffs. Um, so that's one thing. We have state um, state whatchamacallits, like armies. These people are in the reserve forces and they've been called up. I don't know where they're sleeping. I think in empty buildings because at night the workers are not there. So they're sleeping on the floor. I'm sure that makes them very happy with no air conditioning. Um, I don't. I really don't. I can't imagine this. Um, they're they're in some of like they're in D.C., but they're not helping the police at all. They're just in D.C. They're mulching, planting trees, doing things like that, cleaning up. They're not going into neighborhoods that might need extra policing. Um, Trump says that that cities are a mess, that they have tremendous crime. It's not true. He just makes up stuff. Um, he says that the young women who came forward the end of last week or the beginning of this week, um, saying that Epstein and other men victimized them, says that's a Democratic hoax. No, it isn't, and it's being fought by um, both uh, the GOP and the Democrats. I know that goes on in every nation that powerful men like young girls because they're gorgeous. Of course, they're gorgeous. They're girls and boys, 12, 13, they're gorgeous. But, I mean, it takes a sick person to want to go have sex with them or to have them brought in. And I think that's what Trump did. But it hasn't, well, actually, there was a court, there was actually a court, whatever you call it, notice. One young woman did that when she was, I don't know, 12, 13, he raped her. And we know that he raped another woman because it was ruled in the court that he did. Um, he's kind of scum. Uh, anyway, we're waiting for a lot more information to come out. And he's saying that it's a hoax. So, meanwhile, that's going on. And the tariffs are going on. What else? Um, he's ended. He's he's messed up our Medicaid, which is for used a lot for people in nursing homes. He's changed it, and the money saved went to rich people, really rich people. You know, um, it is really terrible to be in a nursing home in the United States because there isn't enough help, and they only have the minimum. And when the money is cut, they simply get rid of help staff and get the food is inedible. Um, I say that because my husband was in two nursing homes after his cancerous kidney was removed, and I had to bring him food. It was horrible. The food that was being served was horrible. And then I had a friend who was in a nursing home was sending photographs of the food served to her, which was scary. Um, I don't think every single, I mean, people who are paying cash, I would imagine, have better food. I would hope so. Um, um, so that's been cut back. Uh, our a lot of departments, a lot. Anybody that Trump named to head departments had to be someone who knew nothing about the department. He doesn't hire people who are familiar or professionals in those departments. And their goal in every one of them was to end the department. So the education department was cut back. I don't know what's going on with that. Um, if they just got rid of some of the upper echelons, it probably would not matter. But I really don't know what has happened. He got rid of a lot of stuff. He's getting rid of online any any website that talks about what African American people have done. Got rid of it. He doesn't. He really is very racist, and so they're all gone. The Tuskegee Airmen gone. Um, Anything like that, anything about the Holocaust, that's gone too. Colleges, he's still fighting with them. He says because of um, what do you call it? Hate against Jews. That's, no, he doesn't like Jews any more than he likes Indians. He's super prejudiced. He said one time he said that he likes Jews as the little men who take care of his money with yarmulkes. They're not all little, but anyway, his idea is Jews are good with money. Um, that's maybe so, but Jews are good with other things too. That's a very prejudiced way to look at things. Um, what else is happening? Um, I know India is having a problem with rain and flooding. Right now, we're not at this moment, and other countries are having that too. There have been a lot of what do you call this? Earthquakes, and some of the mountains are, spewing stuff. I would say that the Earth is going along rickety rockety, not so hot, but it's doing what it normally does. Um, we are having, the flooding, but that has been. I mean, we've had that, of course, in the United States, and and also in other low countries. But this is from being old and thinner skinned. Um, Places like Florida, Manhattan, are getting. They have to change the coastline because they will. Same thing with what do you call it, New Orleans, because they get flooded. And there's really FEMA. We have a thing called FEMA, which is supposed to come in when there are federal emergencies. Well, they've been cut out, so there's no one to come anymore. Um, I think really that's basically the news. Uh, Anything else? I'm trying to think of other countries. Oh, I don't think we really did this. There was a story that America bombed, blew out of the water this small ship carrying 11 people. Trump said that they were carrying drugs. Well, the drug boats usually carry uh, about 1 to 3 people, so it wasn't a normal thing. I don't think it happened. I think it was just what do you call it? IA made up, and pretty amazing what it can do. But I think it just didn't happen. So, okay. Lastly, I have surgery coming on Wednesday, probably early. So I won't be on here for a little while. I've left a whole lot of stuff, and let me know what you think, what you have to say. I will be in South Philly. Will I be? No, right away I won't be. I'll be in Center City. Anyway, um, whatever. This is an old shirt. Um, anyway, okay. Take care. Today is Saturday, September 6th, I think. And that's it. That's it for me. Have a lovely evening and thank you for being here. Okay. Bye bye now.